What's up, overseers? Welcome back to Soul Best Show once again for another MIT moment in time special report. I hope you're doing well. Hope 2023 is being good to you so far. We're going to go ahead and dive into this reading, but before we do that, I just want to let you know that I need for you to listen out for the special notification sounds, okay? That way we don't have to spend time with a bunch of introductory messages, right? So please be sure to pay attention to the notification sound. Thank you very much. I don't know how long these energies will last. It's a moment of time, when your cycle will be, but if it fits, knit. If it doesn't fit, quit, okay? Because everything ain't for everybody at the same time. There you go. And your trivia question comes from the 2010s. Who invented the floss dance? The floss? I guess we said when you was doing it, when we was popping collars, Backpack Kids, Fortnite, Justin Bieber, Jake Paul. Who invented the floss dance? A. Backpack Kids. B. Fortnite, and that's Nite. One word, Fortnite. C. Justin Bieber. D. Jake Paul. And I'll leave that for you to figure out. Okay, so let's move ahead into your oracle message. Let's see what's going on with that. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so we're dealing with overseers. What is the MIT special report forecast oracle message? What is the oracle message? Sun, moon, rising, and on the cusp. What would you like for me to relate to them, dear source? Sun, moon, rising, on the cusp. You have two. You have being receptive, okay? So your oracle message is about being receptive. It also deals with different types of relationships and how you handle relationships with a feminine quality, whether you are male or female, okay? You use your feminine quality, okay? You want to be open, you want to be gentle, you want to be kind of like a caress. I don't know where that's coming from, like a caress, maybe talking about dancing here, you know what I'm saying? You know how, I don't think it's salsa, it could be salsa, but you know how, it's put me in the mind of the Addams family. You know how Morticia and what's her name would dance and look into each other's eyes. It was very gentle, very open, you know, flow. Dance. You know how people tell you when you dance, you flow. Michael Jackson said when you dance, you don't think, you feel. A lot of times when you are receptive, you are, I'm getting the word sensitive and understanding. You are polite. Understanding. Kum, the receptive. Earth is above the earth. So earth and earth. Double earth. Earth upon earth. Devotion brings wholeness. Okay? Devotion brings wholeness. So this may be about a lesson or whatever you want to be devoted to. I don't know. Maybe you're taking up dance. There is a time to lead and a time to let others lead. Did I just say that, follow? Devotion is the, I think I said that. Devotion is the graceful application of service to something worthy, as a mar willingly carries a kind rider over the earth. As a mar, or I guess y'all could say mare, but a mar, M-A-R-E, willingly carries a kind rider over the earth. Her strength and nobility are not taken from her. So it is with humans when they allow themselves to be wisely guided rather than acting on their own initiative. Wonderful. Not always doing the thinking, just going with the flow. Didn't we just say that? Just Hearing the word ease. What is this pertaining to, Source? What they need to be thinking about? What area of life does overseers need to be thinking about as it pertains to the oracle message? Dear Source, so we have the cards in the opposite position. It means this is things you need to think about when they are up. Remember, you being a student. Approval, things you need to learn, look up, go to school for, major. When they're in the opposite direction, these are things, these are the bubbles in your head. These are the things you need to think about, that you need to question. Okay? What's going on with overseers as it pertains to the forecast, Source? It's pertaining to theology. Okay, so different ways of thinking about life, things. Beliefs. Whether they're political beliefs, cultural beliefs, religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs. I'm looking at dance. Okay, so, and I think I've mentioned this a while back, you know, when rap was integrating into the church, you know, and the theory behind that was God accepting it? Did God not accept it? You know, how is it going to affect the culture of the church? Being open and receptive to, because for me, I've learned that you don't know what God like. Shoot. What's going on with them, Source? Overseers, what do they need to be thinking about at this moment in time? What's going on? What would you like for me to relate to them? Oh, she said these houses. Okay. What houses is this energy, these events? What houses are responsible, Source, for these energies and events for our overseers at this moment in time? We got green. Sextile. You got a sextile. There's something sextiling in your chart, a major aspect. You got green again, and you got a square. It's something aligned for you, so I really feel like, you know, there's some learning here. Okay, let's read this. Ooh, let me see. 60 degree. A sextile aspect represents the level of communication and compatibility between the planets involved. Sextiles are usually harmonious and favorable. Depending on where they are placed in your natal chart, they indicate areas where opportunities abound and doors may open easily for you. To bring greater balance to your life, some effort might be required in order to receive beneficial outcomes. Got to be receptive. Don't say what you like and don't like. Ideologies and theories and stuff is here, though. Okay, we're dealing with a 90-degree square somewhere in your chart. Oh, let me see what these deal with. Balance, attuned, creative, congruent, beneficial, and harmonious. Great energy. That, to me, I would place in your all over internal energy here. But your underlying external energy is 90 degrees square. A 90-degree square. Disruption, challenge, hindrance, conflict, limitation, and strength. And sometimes when we're not open-minded or receptive, we do limit ourselves. You know, there's going to be conflict and challenge because you're not being open. A square is the most challenging of the major aspects. It indicates an area of conflict, disruption, frustration, or stress. The events and people surrounding you may be affected, and goals might be more challenging to reach. Square planets work together to encourage you to expand your personal limits. This aspect may inspire growth and activate strength of character when you are determined to overcome these obstacles or limitations. And what I heard while reading this was stretching, being flexible. That's also part of being receptive. You may be, it's funny, I don't know who's with who, but when I go into meditation to see, like, what signs I'm going to start with, who's today, oftentimes you give me the two signs that seem to be connected. And I just finished Devil Advocates, Gemstones, that's Gemini reading, and there is some aspects in your reading that hits notes in their reading, especially when it comes to this square aspect, disruption, challenge, hindrance, conflict, limitations, and strength. Strength was part of it with these challenges. Okay, so there you have it. Nice and pretty green. We know challenges and stuff deals with growth. Okay, sextiles and squares. Okay. Sextiles and squares. What's going on with them now, Source? I gotta get going. I got stuff to do. And hopefully you do too, because Virgo, you always busy doing stuff. People be happy when you sit down. Like, you getting some rest? What? You relaxing? Okay, what's going on, Source, with overseers for this moment in time? What would you like for me to relate to them? We have the King of Cups here, the King of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Chariot. We got the Devil in reverse. I mean, the Devil is an underlining energy here. Creeping. Mischief. Somebody said fuck off. Because somebody, but I don't know if they, because you said that they're creeping, or they're creeping, or is that's the because of their nature, you tell them to kiss your ass, to fuck off. Somebody's doing some little devil. Somebody's doing something slick, being real intentionally devilish. Why? Because you're not being open and receptive to other people's ways of thinking, their theories. We're talking about theology. Theology is just the way we think about stuff. Your take on life, theories. You know, they write papers on that kind of stuff in universities. You know, they get books and stuff published behind that stuff. It's all based on this King of Pentacles, though. I don't know if this is the actual person who keeps his mind on his money on his mind. He keeps his eyes on his money. This could be you or someone else. You know, that's a problem. Money could be the problem. It could be, I often see the King of Pentacles as someone that either is about paying you or paying something, a payment, or it's about consideration, which is part of Gemini's moment in time forecast. Consideration. I don't know if it's to donate, if it's to employ, to grant a money-making plan stemming from your art. Okay? A lot of different expressions here. A lot of ways you can express yourself. I don't know if it's with one thing or expressing yourself through many channels. Okay? They're in cups. It's like you can pick and choose what you're going to do today, what you're going to do tomorrow. But I feel like they're all very dear to you. Okay? They're all very dear to you. Let's go ahead and pull some reasons for this. Okay? This is definitely about your progress and you moving forward into the world. Definitely. Some of you, this could be about a vehicle. Okay? Some of you, this could be about a vehicle. Something about the paint. I don't know if you need a paint job or you want a certain color. Like you want a particular color. Maybe it's like Mary Kay. And if you know about Mary Kay, the pink Cadillac, she had that done purposely, had never been done, so they made it for her. But this could just simply be a paint job. I'm I'm also getting oil. You may be particular about the different kinds of oil that you put in your car. Overall energy is definitely seeing about how you can get the support you need. This is my husband's card, but there's something taboo about this. You know, taboos. Again, we're back to theology, being open and receptive. I don't know. God may send you somebody that normally wouldn't be culturally accepted, or you may have two people who don't, you may be in a connection where two people don't think alike. And it doesn't have to just be about biblical truths and the way you live. It could be about business. It could be about organizations. It could be about things that you're trying to groom and build for humanity. It could be about a lot of things. Hell, it could be about this dance. But these being open has a lot to do about providing needs. I don't know who should do the what, who should provide what, or I'm hearing man, like what a man is made for, his obligation to the world, to society, to his wife, to his children, whomever. Theories about marriage and having options, thinking about like a man having, in some cultures, a man can have more than one wife. However, the dichotomy in not only having more than one wife, but who should be choosing the extra wives. Okay? Should men be choosing those wives, or should the sister wives be choosing those wives? Somebody got too many options here. There's something, a new thought, a new person is part of the challenge or the conflict here, or your contention. Okay? This person could be Pisces, or Pisces is highly aspected in their chart. This is a newcomer. This person may be considered funny. Okay? Something about stripes. Something about sleepwear. I don't know if this sleepwear. Something about sleepwear. It's new. It's new. I don't know if you want them to invest in this, or how a person should sleep. How a person should dress. It's a conflict here, a challenge, a contention. I'm also getting something about side views here. You may be having a problem with your side views, like which side is the right side, what's the best side, how you looking this, how you looking that. It's almost like somebody being paid to model. Okay? It's almost like somebody, a Kodak moment here, okay? Maybe you need to be open and receptive to that, Why can't you model? I'm also hearing something about a lot of artists, that maybe you are in some field where a lot of artists, you use a lot of artists, and you have to pay them for their gifts and talents, musical talents, dancing talents, what they call that event where they put things together, those types of talents. I don't know. But either you or someone is definitely trying to, really trying to let you know, like, I'm hearing something about read. WTF, like, blow you off. You or them blowing you off is just way too many options here, way too many things going on, too many passions. And it's got something here with being affordable. I keep getting a paint job here. But I know you telling them, I guess they are asking for too much. But I still see a car here in the outcome. Based on the price, based on what you can afford, based on what you're willing to give, the asking price. Because the thing about the King of Pentacles that I always let people know is you better know what you're asking for, because that's what you'll get. That's what they're going to consider. That's what the King of Wands. I'm sorry, she was showing me the King of Wands. I don't know. King of Wands may be. It may represent a fast speed like car, like luxury sport. Okay, the asking price here. The asking price. But I see there's something here about needing a spouse. Let me just put it like this. The female, the feminine needs the masculine, like, because I see here you're not accepting anything, and whoever this new person is, you think they kind of mischievous. I think you be listening to the things that they do, real sneaky, like you feel like they real sneaky or something. There's something about their resume that just ain't right, okay, that you picking up on. But the feminine is like, her mind is like she's where she's ready for a husband, somebody who can provide. The masculine is ready for a wife that they can provide for. That he can afford. Because they got plenty of options. Because this is definitely feel like they're being ready. But you got to be open and receptive, because sometimes your mate out here don't come the way you expect. Okay? Now, what's going to help you right now in this moment in time is in the Four of Swords. I know you don't want to. I know how you are, overseers. I know how Virgos are. They have a lot of energy. They like to go. But you need to take a break. You need to rest. Okay? That might be taboo for you. Because you kind of like, rest for what? I got a lot of shit I could be doing. I could be expressing myself. But, you need to take a break and sit down and think about your money, what you can afford, what you can and can't do, okay? Be open and receptive to the universe. Be open and receptive to your intuition and what it's trying to tell you. We're talking about asking prices and what you can afford. Well, we're going to get a reason for the Seven of Cups and the King of Pentacles. These options, these selections, all these colors. I feel like somebody behind the scenes, I don't know if you see this person. I'm sure you've seen it, but not clearly, or they don't really show their face. They hide, maybe behind the office or behind a picture, is holding things up. And maybe that's part of the problem here. Wherever you're going with all these options and selections, look like it's got something to do with paint. Got a car. Paint, different paints. For others of you, this got something to do with like a nail shop. I don't know if they're not treating you well or they just too high. You know how people have about to, I ain't get ready to pay that. You know, that kind of attitude. Uh, Something about the colors of something. Colors are important here, but I don't know specifically why. Maybe it's about lingerie, maybe makeup, how you look. There's something here about how you look from the side view. You know how people give you them side looks, and it's got something to do. You know how you upset with somebody, you know, and I'm also hearing new money, but them side looks, them snarl looks. You know how people give you them snarl looks, like they're kind of looking at you from the side. Maybe you're around some people. I don't know. There's something here, some tension here. Hey. But for whatever reason, you need to be open and receptive to something. Let me give you an example of that. I'll never forget the time I was getting ready to move. We were getting ready to move. We had to get rid of our stuff. And so I was trying to find a place that would buy my furniture. I found a place that would buy my furniture. They came to get it, and when they told me the price, of course I know what my shit is worth, but for whatever reason, they just have a bottom line. And I was like, no, I was not getting ready to sell my furniture for that amount of money. But then Source spoke to me. Remember I told you sometimes you have to be receptive to the spirit, to your intuition, to God. And she let me know you still need to get it off of your hands. There's nothing really else. Because the people you know not going to buy it. They don't need it. They can't afford it. But at least you're getting something. And that's the way I had to look at it. So use that scenario in place of whatever's going on here with this money, this consideration. Because there was something about going somewhere or going somewhere in life or actually going somewhere and somebody couldn't make up their mind. You couldn't decide. This is a major change. Maybe you, like I said, maybe you bumped into this place. It was your first time. And maybe this got something to do with whatever you buying, how it would look from on the side. Something about how it looks, how it's going to look from the side view. Your side and rear view mirror here is important. I don't think it's got something to do with matching up, but you need to take a break and think about some stuff. I think that's where you're going to be able to listen to yourself and know where to go, how to make it work, how to progress, how to secure whatever it is you're getting ready to buy, or feel more secure. I'm also seeing here that some of you are thinking it's got something to do with provision. For others, it's got something to do with this husband-like person. I don't know if you're married or looking for marriage or whatnot. This is a person considered a good cook, or they may consider themselves a good cook. Okay. It's got something to do with security. And this could be an actual job because of the pay. You're looking at the pay. Something about bronze, copper, brass. It could be in relations to the car color. I don't know. Because the with the King of Cups here with these colors, it's also and dealing with cooking and stuff. It's also dealing with mixing things up, mixing it up right. I'm also hearing something about hard. Something hard that's coming out of this cherry. I don't know if it has to do with the home front, your vehicle, a vehicle. It's like it's going to be hard to get through to somebody. Because I feel like somebody's being a prick. So you may think of them as a dick. Their name may be Dick. I don't know. Because it's something about fail. Like failure. Somebody failed to do something. But there's an answer in you when you take a nap, take a break, not necessarily going to bed, but when you just taking a nap, taking a break, shutting your mind down, questioning some stuff, I feel like you're going to be given an answer. You're going to have to be open to it. You're going to be receptive. Maybe even seeing somebody else's point of view about something. I'm trying to think if I can come up with another scenario was about to come up with my experience. Like, sometimes you have to see it a different way. Because, you know, sometimes we think people should just give. You know? No. They're not really obligated to give. Instead, you may feel like somebody, because the King of Cups, he can be a giver, but he don't just, and don't get me wrong, he can pile it on, but it's a time when he can pile it on. You see what I'm saying? You know, it's based on what's afforded, how much I have, how much I can spend. Hopefully this is not you being mischievous in your, you know, in your dark nature, in the devil energy. Trying to be slick, trying to get around something. Against. That is your oracle that's summing up against. That may be you or them or both of y'all. See? I'm trying to do that shit. Okay? So you're ready to do a 180 here, the underlying energy. You're ready to do something totally different here in this aspect. Maybe a totally different color, totally different options here. That's your challenge. It's right here in this square aspect. Disruption, challenge, hindrance, conflict, limitations, and strength. There is a limitation here financially. There is conflict with these options. A challenge on where to go to get what you need done to secure you. Okay, but there's a 180 coming. I don't know if it's 180 in your thinking, 180 in your actions, 180 in the color, 180 in the person, 180 in the dance. Whatever it is, you need to be open and receptive, okay? Think about the way other people see things, their beliefs, okay? And I just think that you have the answers. Life gon' life regardless, so be adaptable to change. Okay, so those are the words of Miss Shaquila Edders of Hair Chemistry at the Funky Fab House. Y'all can check her out on Instagram. She does beautiful work. Miss Shaquila Edders of Hair Chemistry, Funky Fab House. Yes, I think that's all that's going on with you. Yes, it is. Overseers, quite interesting read. Hope you gain some information. Don't forget to look that question up. Who invented the floss dance? And I'll see you again real soon, overseers. Hope everything works out for you. Until the next one, peace.